Welcome to those of you who have found me here on this little isolated outpost of YouTube. I used to be big, I used to dominate YouTube. I used to stride across it like a colossus. But nil desperandum. We few, we precious few, shall enjoy what they cannot. Well, this will also be available on the website as well, of course, where there's a few more people. I'm in the British National Radio Sound Archive, which, as usual, I can confirm, is deep underground. I've been looking among the boxes again and through the shelves and stacks of tapes and things to see what I can find, and I'm afraid there was nothing new at all, except for this, as you can see from the title of this video, episode 12 of Ring Road. And, but I'll come to that in a moment. Unlike many episodes of Ring Road, episode 12 is rather different. It actually carries on where episode 11 left off. Yes, there is consistency of plot. There is plot. A remarkable achievement by the team, who'd been striving towards this aim for so long. Many have attributed this achievement to new producer Bill Arkshley, now fully in command. Others say that episode 11 was so long that it was chopped into two and the second part called episode 12. Well, I couldn't possibly comment on that. Either way, here we have episode 12, and it carries on from episode 11. That really is all you need to know, except, of course, what's in episode 11. So if you haven't listened to that yet, do listen to that first, or it won't make sense. You might also want to listen to the earlier 10 episodes as well, just so that you're fully primed to understand who's who in episode 11. So now, without further ado, here is episode 12 of Ring Road. Oh, what was that programme I've also discovered in the vaults, and which will be appearing on this channel soon? Why, it's none other than, we're out of time. Ring Road. Swim! Swim like you've never swum before. I'm sure it's swam, not swum. Who cares? It's nice to get these things right. You, give me that armband. No, let go. She's going to hit the ship. Swim like you've never swam before. Help! It's picked her up. It didn't sink. Typical. For one time a ship I'm on doesn't sink and I'm not on it. What shall we do now? Don't worry. Do you see that? It's an island. We'll doggy paddle over to it and then we'll be fine. I can't live on coconuts. No one has to live on coconuts these days. I'm Peter Parsley Pugh, the grocery king. We've the widest range of produce in the British Isles. And beyond. And beyond? Yes, we deliver. I got you as soon as I could, Mr. Bamford. Excellent. You're ready for this, Miss Russet? Rather, sir. Undercover work is not for the faint-hearted. If someone's defrauding the insurance company, Mr. Bamford, they need to be caught, or all our premiums go up. Exactly. I wish people realised that before they let themselves be sucked into insurance crime. It's the innocent who suffer. I telephoned and got a job as a new waitress. Off you go, then. And good luck. Good heavens. Surely that's... Marvellous, Gloria. You're doing awfully well. It's like riding a bike. You mean you never forget? You go round in circles. Oh, yes. So you have. Still, old Mrs. Crockett won't mind. She always wears a hat. Norma. Colin. Norma. Colin. Norma! Colin! Colin, then! Why did you change your name? Was it to forget me? I have forgotten you. I thought you were Colin. I'm Nigel. Nigel? Nigel Bamford. We went out together in our young heady days. Now listen, I went out with lots of boys. I can't be expected to remember them all. Did we meet behind Tesco's? No. Fine Fair? No. Well, not the Co-op Dairies. That was Allen or Ed. W.H. Smith's. Oh, yes. You always smelt of ointment. I had a weak chest. What are you doing here? Well, I know I can trust you, Norma. I work for an insurance company. We're here to investigate the fire. Which one? Both. The insurance is going to pay out, isn't it? I mean, if a hotel closes, the salon closes too. And with business this brisk, I can't let that happen. Well, it depends, you see. It depends on... A new waitress! Why do we need a new one? We've enough trouble with the ones we've got. With the hotel reopening soon, we need more staff. Mr. Foy, can we no get rid of some of the old ones first? I heard that. Good. All in good time. Aye? I must show that the hotel is making a profit when Mrs. Tavistock gets back, or she could close us down. The more staff, the more customers. Stands to reason. Aye, well, I can't fault you there. All the same, the new girl better be up to the mark. This must be her now. Hello, I'm here about the waitressing job. This is Mr. Foy, the chef. Head chef. He'll show you what to do. Super. So, have you any experience in the catering trade? Rather. I've City and Guilds, and I worked my way through college making sausage rolls for WI. City and Guilds? I've no use for fancy qualifications. If 7 years at catering college taught me anything, it's sausage rolls should be seen and not heard. I don't quite understand. And there you have it. A good sausage is a quiet sausage. You don't want them hissing and spitting in the pan. Oh, right. But surely sausage rolls, and you don't want them rolling either. They land on the floor and get covered in fluff. Well done, Dora. I've taught thee well for once. Whatever you say, chef. Head chef. Yes, well, we'll see how it goes. Let's see if you can take this tray of tea into reception and give it to that gentleman there who's fallen in the wheelbarrow. Righto. The trouble with a mobile catering van is people keep expecting to find us where we were yesterday, not where we are today. You put your finger on the weakness in catering mobility, Lizzie. I wish I had an answer. Maybe. Keith's mobile cuppers should be a little less mobile, Keith. Less mobile? How less mobile? Not move at all. I don't like the sound of that, Lizzie. But we've got a lovely pitch here, right on the ring road, and all those old ladies coming out of the salon are gasping for a cuppa. And I'm thinking... What? It's a pity to waste all my hairdressing know-how. You mean set up a stationary mobile salon in an adjoining van, thus robbing both the hotel cafeteria and the salon of business at the same time? Yes. That sounds ruthless, Lizzie. I'm seeing another other side of you. Do you like it, Keith? I'm doing it for us. I shall have to think about it. In the meantime, it's business as usual. Push. Thank goodness we're safe, but not alone. Howdy, Gerald Tuffet, the one and only. Small world, small island. Pleased to meet you, Peter Parsley Pugh. The spaceman? No, grocery entrepreneur. Oh, that one. Gerald Tuffet, general millionaire and international businessman. Put it there. No, there. Everyone thinks you're dead. Well, I am for now. Any businessman'll tell you there's times when you need to disappear for a while. How true. Is that why you take so many holidays? Well, of course, most international businessmen find that their prolonged absence from decision-making advantageous to the general success of their business. Well, that might be all right for you limeys, but I'm indispensable. This is for tax purposes. Well, if you are so indispensable, are they managing without you? Well, they're not. But they are. Everything's tickety-boo. Tickety-boo? Yes. The hotel is al fresco now. No need for mortar. The overheads, with nothing overhead, are most encouraging. Don't you realize that's not tickety-boo? It isn't? No. Who told you to come on this holiday? Everyone thought a break would do me good. Oh, they're up to something. I can smell it. We've got to get back at once. But how? We're miles from anywhere. Hello, Mrs. Tavistock. Would you like a cup of tea? Lizzie? How are you here? Keith's Mobile Cuppers. We bring the tea to you. You bring the tea to us? Yes. Not take away. We bring the tea to you. Yes. I like it. No, I love it. Well, I'll pour you a beaker. I must get back at once and set up a franchise. What's a franchise? You pay me money and I let you run your tea van. It doesn't sound right. But it is. The law's all on my side. It's wonderful. What do we get out of it? A little sticker with Peter Parsley Pew on it and a picture of my smiling face. They're everywhere, Keith. With that on our van, people would come from miles around. Then it's a deal. Let's get out of here. How? We're on a tropical island miles from civilization. No, we're not. We're on Fiddlestick Sands, a mile from the hotel. We can go back once the tide goes out. How fortuitous! I shan't try to understand, and I shall have questions to ask if they are rebuilding the hotel. They are. Then I shall have questions to ask. The man in the wheelbarrow says he didn't order tea, and why aren't there any chairs? Or walls? Or ceiling? I never said he did order tea. No, no one did. But you said, I said, he said, she said, they said. We can all stand there and make excuses. And these we said as well. Shut up, Dollar. Let's see. No spillage, no crockery broken, teaspoon still attached to its little chain. There's hope for you yet. Sorry I'm late. Harriet, about time. I'm sorry, but it's Mum. She's taking a while to settle in. This is the new under-waitress, Cynthia Rossett. She's your responsibility now. Show her how we do things here. I'm away to start supper. Those little bags don't boil themselves. Steve, come here. I can't stop Sis. I'm on an urgent mission. So am I. That woman over there, washing one of my old ladies. Just for hair, Gloria. Mother Nature takes care of the rest. Oh, dear. Do you recognise her? Should I? There's something familiar about her. Doesn't ring a bell to me. You ain't half busy, Norma. Yes, I know it was pension day yesterday, but they're spending money like water. Pension? Money? Water? Oh, no. The counterfeit money. It must have gone out in the pensions. Counterfeit what? Nothing. Are you telling me the money I'm taking in is counterfeit? No. Steve? Yes. Crikey! Is it good counterfeit? Well, the notes have got a picture of Alvar Liddell on them. Well, if you can't trust Alvar Liddell, I think I'll plough on. Then I can shift the whole lot when I pay my annual mooring fee for my narrowboat, which is my home, and is due first thing in the morning. Why do you live on a narrowboat? I couldn't get a wide one, and it wouldn't fit on the pond anyway. Not with me and the duck. I'd better get back and tell Miss Taters. Land at last! Come on, you two, let's get down to your local solicitor and register this business of yours in my name where it belongs. I'm not sure about this, Lizzie. Things are moving too quickly, even for a mobile catering business. Quicker the better. We don't want the tea getting cold. That's right. He who hesitates is lost. You realise they're making a terrible mistake. Well, of course they are. Parsley Pew's got his head screwed on. Now, it's time I came back from the dead and saved our business. My business? I've got 5%, and my fiancée has 10%. Jean is no longer your fiancée. Ha! She will be.
Say it isn't true, Stevie. Say it isn't true. It isn't true. Muffin the mule is fine. But it says in the paper that his little hoof's fallen off. That was his head. Oh, but they've nailed it back on and he's fine. Oh, those scurrilous newspapers. We've got more important things to worry about. This is really bad news. Is it in the newspapers? Not yet, but it will be. All those old folk have got hold of counterfeit money in their pensions, and they're spending it willy-nilly. Willy-nilly? Yes. They're flooding the sweet shops, tobacconists, and Steph's hairdressing salon with bent notes. Bent notes. Fancy. And the corner shop's completely sold out of B-Max. What are we to do? I don't know. Oh! Yet. Oh.
I should like to call this extraordinary meeting of the Ring Road Hotel Management and Development Board open.
It seems wrong to be doing this behind Mum's back.
She'd never agree to the hotel being rebuilt. We've no option, Jean.
But do we have enough shares to outvote her anyway?
Let's do a quick calculation. I own 40%. You own 10% plus your late ex-fiancée's 5%. Mrs. Chatterback owns 5%, and I have her letter of authority here, which means that I own 50% and outvote you all.
Mum!
Rita, Jean,
Gerald!
Mr. Tuffet, Kenneth,
Martha.
Rodney!
I didn't know you were staying here.
I wandered in by accident. There aren't any walls.
Close the door, Kenneth. This is a private meeting. We can't have guests listening in. But there are no doors, Frida, which rather proves our point.
The hotel must be rebuilt, Mum.
Over my dead body? Of course not. We'd move that. It is my hotel, and I want to be free of it, while still benefiting from a generous income. Al fresco is the future. I shan't allow it. You can't stop me, Kenneth. I have 50%. And I have 40.
And I've got 10.
And I have 5. And Mrs. Chatterback has given me carte blanche. The traitor!
It's no good, Mum. It's for the best.
This can't be right. Your 50, plus his 40, her 10, Chatterback's 5, and my 5, make... Go on. 110. You know what this means, don't you? Yes. Who owns the remaining 63?
I do. Good morning, everyone.
It's good to be back. It can't be. It's... Mr. Wagnut. Nutwag. Yes.